What's up, guys? Your favorite mums here, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. So I've been getting a lot of questions about my champs gameplay and, showing some of my champs gameplay and stuff like that. So that's what we've decided to put on the channel. Obviously, for next FIFA, I want to actually do like Road to Glory episodes, which would have that stuff in it. But right now, there's no use starting a Road to Glory series since we only started the YouTube a few weeks ago, really, and we're only just starting to grind it. But instead, I thought I will start showing my Weekend League games gameplay throughout, in a video, like throughout TOTS and stuff. So to make it easy, what I'm just going to do is on the Saturday and the Sunday and the Monday when I play my champs games, I'm just going to, at the end of the game, do a quick recording of the score, show you guys the highlights of like the goals scored from my team and the other team, and just give you guys my thoughts on the players, how my team's playing, and how I thought the match kind of went in my head at the time. So I thought that's probably a good idea. That way it will keep the videos nice and succinct, and you guys can get an idea of maybe like some player reviews of how I think of these players play, just like how my mind works, sometimes in a game. And obviously you can also just see the goals that he scores and that I score. So this is the team that we'll be playing this Weekend League with. Obviously, because it's La Liga, we've got a lot of La Liga players in there. Next week, we'll have a lot of Bundesliga guys in there. We were 4-2 starting today. So I went 4-0. We lost one game to a really good player who was just definitely better than me. I think he was probably about an elite player. Went 4-1. The next game, we lost again. We had double the shots than the guy, and he scored, I think, in the 85th minute to take it to extra time. Lost an extra time, even though we had double the shots. So a little bit annoying. These things happen, though. That made it 4-2. The record going into today. How many games did we play today? Because I'm recording this after I've just played the game. So we played about 8 games today or so. 9 games. About 8 games today, I think. Something like that. So, yeah. If you guys want to see more stuff like this, man, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and anyways, I'll take you guys over to the first game. So this was game 7 for us, taking the record, I think, to 5-2 now. Yeah, not a bad match. The guy wasn't a bad player. As you guys can see, he had a red team of the season, Carvajal, and he also had a red team of the season, Griezmann, which he subbed off. So, obviously this guy's at minimum a gold 3 player to get those players, and 2 of them as well in reds. And he had a pretty good team. Had that Militao, Maldini, that SBC Madison, Tots de Jong. He had the special Messi and stuff like that, that Ansu Fati, that Tots Son. So he actually had a pretty good team overall. We managed to get the win. I'll quickly show you guys. So we managed to get the win 4-2 in this game, which I'm pretty happy with. He had 9 shots on target, man. So the guy wasn't actually too bad, but a lot of his shots were getting pinged from outside the box. Obviously, I had 5 shots, 4 goals. 5 shots on target, 4 goals. But I feel like my chances were pretty good ones. I'm going to quickly show you guys the match highlights in a second. I'll quickly show you the stats for the game. So Mahrez scored a goal. Henry with a hat trick for me. So he was the baller. Fati with an assist, Benzema with an assist, and De Bruyne with an assist as well. So yeah, pretty happy with how the team played in that game. Quickly show the highlights. So I scored pretty early on. This is the first goal in the 6th minute. He kicked off, and then I pretty much stole the ball straight away, passed it inside, pretty easy goal. Next goal again with Henry. Just, yeah, picked his pocket, picked where he was going to pass it. So I manually intercepted that with Henry. Knew he was going to pass, try and find an outlet out there. Ran Henry over there. Easy interception. A mistake by him, obviously, but I was pretty happy I picked the right way. This was a little bit of an AIDS goal, but I mean, you're going to get those. So as you're going to see here, I mean, he got in, but the deflection and then just the tap in. But I mean, it was a good ball into Griezmann, so I can't really fault the ball into Griezmann. And the goal, that made it 2-1. I then pushed away again, making it 3-1. Right here, little turn, outside the foot, bottom left. So yeah, you saw he dove in and over committed with the tackle, and I managed to pull back and get a nice little shot away. 48th minute, just after half time, he managed to come back again at me. Oh, sorry, no, this was my goal. Sorry, this was my goal, actually. This is my goal, and it was actually a horrible goal. So this made it 4-1. And this was a horrible goal. I went to try and do a through ball here to Mahrez, and it just banged off Maldini's foot and landed at my Mahrez's feet, where I managed just to bang it in the goals. Pretty easy goal from me. I guess that makes us even, 4-1. And then he, in the 55th minute, to make it 4-2. Just, yeah, nice little bit of passing. Messi just tapped it in. I think it was, no, Griezmann, sorry. Griezmann just with the tap in. Nice goal. And that pretty much took us through to the end. I mean, there was a couple other chances here. But nothing too special. You know, he had a chance here. Good save. So yeah, 4-2 on the thing, taking us to a 5-2 record at the moment. And on to the next game. So this was game 8, boys. We got the win, 4-2, as you're about to see. So extra time as well, so that takes us to a record of 6-2. Not really happy with how I've been playing. I mean, the 2 losses, both of them... No, sorry, one of them was the guy was better than me. One of them was I had double the shots and somehow lost in extra time. But we'll take 6-2 at the moment. So yeah, a 4-2 scoreline. Honestly, this game was way harder than it looked. It's 4-2 extra time, so it looks like, oh, you know, he got a pretty chill win. This guy was like pressing me really, really hard. Really good defender. So I actually found it really hard to break him down at first. So yeah, this was actually a hard game, I thought. Basically, as you can see here, how my players did. Oh, I'll show you his team. So, you know, he had a few good players. He had like Traore tots, Henderson tots, that SBC Perez, Ndidi tots, Jimenez SBC, all that kind of stuff, man. Parejo tots, Rodrigo, the SBC Rodrigo, Carvajal tots, etc. So he had an alright team. Nothing insane, but not bad. For me, the goals came from Benzema, Messi, De Jong, and the assists were from De Jong, Witsel, and 2 from Mahrez. I have to say, De Jong well and truly deserves the player of the match, and you guys will see why in a second as I show you the highlights. So, I score the first goal. It was pretty back and forth, you know. I score the first goal. A cross. I mean, we don't see that happen often, but yeah. I saw a one-on-one. I know Ansu's face not that tall, but I crossed it in and managed to get to the front position. Win the header there. He then scores back in the 57th with Rodrigo. Does me in there with a little turn. Near post. Yeah, look, he does me in here. Little turn there. Does me in. I managed to score back with Benzema, 67th minute. Good little finish. And from there, you know, it was a tough game, but it was kind of just like a possession game by both of us. Like, it was kind of back and forth. And then, in typical Two Mums fashion, 90th minute goal, he scores. And it was just by me. Look at that. I went to clear it with my keeper. I don't know. Okay, maybe this is my fault. I smashed box. So I actually held box down as far as I could to smash it all the way down the pitch with my keeper. For some reason, my keeper only kicked it about 10 meters away, straight to his player. So, and then yeah, a quick entry back in for him. My defenders were caught off. But this is why De Jong is player of the match, man. Extra time. It's a sweaty game. And De Jong scores this goal to basically give me the lead. And that's the only reason why I ended up scoring with Messi as well, because I scored in 120 when he was pushing right up the ground. So this is basically the goal that won me the game. Now, don't get me wrong. As you can see, it's a bad pass by him. So, bad passing at the interception. But it's just a finish, man. Edge of the box, dude. Top right bins from De Jong. Like, definitely will take that, man. Very good shot from De Jong. Look at that. Top bins. They didn't even go to top bins, actually, as much. And then, little cheeky. He was pushing forward. through ball onto Messi, and a little cheeky finish here. So I guess the Astis keeper with a high line, just a little chip over the top, goal. 120th minute to make this score 4-2. That takes us to, like I said, a score of 6-2 on champs in game 8. So yeah, on to the next one, boys. It was game 9 of Foot Champ so far. We got the win 4-0 with a 22nd minute rage quit. So that makes our record over to 7-2 now on the record. Yeah, pretty chill game. I mean, 4 shots thrown on target, 4 goals, pretty early. Henry, I think, with the most goals. Henry with 2 goals, Mahrez 2. And, yeah, the assist to Henry, Mahrez, and De Bruyne. This is this guy's team. He had an all-right team, nothing special, though. That community, Fernandinho, Traore, Sane. I think it was mid-icon, Raul, Son. Normal, no, it was 92 Van Dijk, Tots, Allison. So it was a pretty standard team, but nothing too insane. The goals, I mean, dude, I scored 4 goals, only shows 3 of them. So he rage quit on the 4th goal, so I guess that's why it doesn't show it. First goal here. It's a little bit of close-in dribbling with Henry. Near post finish. Not too bad. Then Mahrez. Same kind of thing, really. Near post finish. Just a little inside-out turn. The 3rd goal was actually a free kick, man. So a nice little free kick with Henry here into the top left bins. So we'll take that. And then the 4th goal was just a bit of passing. So it was a bit of 1-2 passing. Benzema in the box and just basically like a tap-in with Benzema in the box. So yeah, that takes that one, man. And we are now on to game 10. Guys, that was game 10 we just finished. We're 7-3 now after getting a loss there. 2-1 loss. That was possibly the worst game I've had to play. Well, I mean, this weekend league, if not the last freaking 3 weekend leagues. That was just horrible. This guy, as you can see, he had 1 shot on target, 2 goals. He pretty much held the ball as long as he could, every attack. Barely shot, and both of his goals were pretty lucky. So the first goal was because the EA auto-changed my player. I don't know why. My player just auto-changed from the player I was using, and it gave him space and allowed him to get a pass inside, which he scored from. And the second one, I don't even think he shot it. I don't think he shot it. I don't know what happened. I'll show you guys. So yeah, my goals, Mahrez obviously scored my goal. Assist from Vardy. His team here, who scored for him? Kaka with the goal. Yeah, so look, no one else got a goal. I think it was an own goal. And Fekir with the assist. So I think the second one was an own goal. So here are the highlights, right? He scored right here in the 37th minute. This is his first goal. So I was actually manually defending at first, and then it auto-switched my player to the computer, which is where he was able to do the skill move against my computer. It wasn't me. And able to get in for that pass. So if I was defending that, I wouldn't have been tricked as easily by the skill move, and I don't think he would have had that pass inside. So that's annoying. And then here was the second goal, man. So this is apparently the own goal. This was how he scored his second goal. So I'm not even sure what happened there. I passed this back to my keeper with Blanc, right? So I'm Blanc. I passed that back to my keeper. Not sure what Blanc did. He just tapped it. And then my key, I don't even know what happened. Zoom in on it. I'll show you guys. So basically, I'm Blanc here. I'm controlling Blanc here, and I pass this. Not into my play, actually. So look, I'm passing this to my left back. So I'm trying to just tap this across to the left side. And for some reason, EA just thinks, nah, fuck you, bro. And does that. Yeah, not sure about that one. And then I obviously score in late with Mahrez here. Just a little bit inside, outside. Headed down from Henry, goal. Couldn't get the win. Then this guy just held possession. Couple misses from me. I had a few chances, man, that I probably fucking should have... Sorry, I shouldn't be swearing. On YouTube, that I probably should have scored from. That was a horrible one. I love how they show, like, your worst chances. Oh, that one was actually a crazy one, dude. So, like, look at this, man. I've fake shot it in with Benzema here. Done the right thing. Tricked his defenders. They keep running. Pass it to Mahrez. Right? Now, in my opinion, this isn't an easy goal. But top of the box, nobody on me with Mahrez. Usually, I'd be putting that either in the goal a lot of the time. Or at least on target, man. I didn't put much power in this. I've held this for, I reckon, about 2 bars. About 2 bars. And look at this shot. It's just gone like fucking row Z. Row Z. So, yeah, very, very frustrating. Very, very frustrating, man. But they didn't show the other ones, but there was a couple other chances that, yeah, probably should have slotted in. Didn't. So, yeah, 2-1, man. 7-3. That is game 10. Let's get on to the next one. Alrighty, guys, we've just finished game 11. We ended up getting the win 2-1. I probably had most of the possession and stuff like that in this game. I feel like I was probably the better player, but it did end up going, like, you know, pretty close-ish. It wasn't exactly an easy game. As for my players who played well, goals, De Bruyne and Henry with the 2 goals, man. The assists from Benzema and nobody. Obviously, De Bruyne, man of the match. Personally, though, I don't really think any of them played that well throughout that game, which is probably shown by their ratings and stuff like that. But yeah, quickly, here's the goals, man. So he started off with the first goal of the game in the 11th minute to make it 1-0. Really, yeah, what am I supposed to say, man? Like, I was probably bitted bad defending. Just cut in. Pretty simple goal. Cut in, pass it there, and then finished it into the top corner. Probably bad defending from me, so probably my fault there. I then equalized with De Bruyne. Probably got a little bit lucky, man. Probably actually got a little bit lucky with that goal. As you can see, a little bit of bobbling. So I actually went to have a shot with Ansu. He just gets in the way. But then, you know, I think that's Kimmich for him. Couldn't control the ball. De Bruyne with the pressure. I do have pressure on heavy touch. So obviously the minute he, you know, it was a hard ball for him to control. De Bruyne's just pushed right up on him. Managed to get the ball back and then near post shot OP. And then we managed to finish it off right here in the 50th minute with an Henry goal. So right there, near post again. I mean, we all know how OP near post is. So yeah, that gets us to 2-1. We then held out the win pretty easily, I reckon. He probably didn't have too many more chances after that, so we managed to hold out the win. 2-1 win, man. That takes our record to 8-3 for Weekend League so far. And, yep, on to game number 12. Right, guys, we've just finished game 12. As you can see, a 5-2 loss. This guy was a good player. I mean, as you can see, he had more shots than me and everything like that. Do I think I deserve to lose 5-2? Probably not. I think the game was a lot closer than the scoreline suggests. I'll show you the goals in a second. There was a few just like, you know, silly things. Ansu Fati, chat. Don't use him. Don't get him. He's crap. Missed, I think, 2 really easy chances that he probably should have slotted home. He also got one, I guess. Henry and Ansu Fati with my 2 goals, man. Mahrez, Benzema with my assists. He had a good team as well. He had Tots Salah, Tots Son, Tots De Bruyne, Tots Arnold, so on. You know, Tots Robertson, Tots Ramos, Tots Militao, SBC Militao, Tots Carvajal, Tots ter Stegen. So yeah, he had a good team. He had a very good team. I'll quickly show you guys the goals. So, I mean, he was up, what was that, Jay? He was up 4-0 at one point. So this is the goal one. This was legit from kickoff. This was straight away from kickoff. I mean, this guy just finished well as well. Like, maybe he got a little bit lucky with his finishing, but he finished well. Like this, you know, it was a free shot, but I mean, outside the boot, from outside the box. Goal. I mean, very good shot. The next one, Heung-min Son. That was just a fair goal. That was just a good goal. Then we had Bruno Fernandes to make it 3-0. I mean, this was a bit crazy. Just because of the angle. I mean, Bruno Fernandes from that angle. That's a pretty insane finish when I've got 2 defenders right there. It legitimately goes past 2 defenders and then somehow squeezes between... Look, it squeezes between my defender and my keeper, who are about a meter apart from each other. And curls in. So... Okay. Alright. By the way, Chad, what's Bruno Fernandes' curve? Just out of curiosity on his shot and finishing. Human Son... This was a bit of a... I don't think should have been a goal. Mainly because... I put full power on this. So I fully powered this up. But for some reason, that's as far as it was going. Which is a bit weird. Even though I fully powered it up. So I'm not sure how a full powered clearance only goes that far. So that's a bit of a questionable one. But, you know, and then obviously the finish here. Pretty insane. I mean, you know, not much can do about that. Then we brought it back a little bit with a goal here. Ansu Fati finally finishes one. Just overlapping pass. And then cross the body shot. Into the corner. Good finish there from Fati finally. That was beautiful from him, honestly. That was really, really nice from him. Bruno has 69 curve. Don't you love to see that? And then I finished it off with a goal from Henry here. Just a little 1-2 play, near post shot, goal. So yeah, I mean, it ended up 5-2. It could have gone either way. I mean, at one point when the scoreline was 1-0, between these 2 goals is when my Ansu Fati missed 2 goals. So I had a shot, I think, in the 15th minute, an easy shot with Ansu Fati, missed, probably should have scored, really. And then I had a shot in the 40th minute where he hit the post and should have scored again. Human Son then went down the other end from the poster and scored on the counter. So from what ended up being 2-0, if Ansu Fati was actually finishing, would have probably been 2-1 my way. So like that's where I was saying, you know, this game, you know, he played well though. So like, you know, it's not like he didn't deserve the win, but this game could have gone the other way pretty easily. If I guess, man, you know, Fati could have finished and stuff like that. And a little bit of different luck on each sides. But we'll you know, we move on. It is what it is, man. Ansu's chance is a 30-minute, 3-minute save. It might be. I don't think so. Nah, that's the Henry one. That's not... They don't show Ansu's chances. They don't show Ansu's chances, which is crazy because the first one was like a near post, easy near post shot that he just missed. And the second one was another like fairly easy near post that he hit the post. So they don't show it though. But yeah, anyways, we move on, man. The record is now 8-4, which I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not very happy with. I think we were like 14-3 last weekend. And I mean, out of the 4 losses this weekend, there's only been 1 loss that the guy was just better than me. He was 100% better than me. You know, happy to lose. The other 3, you know, 2 of them I probably should have won. 1 of them was a close game. So yeah, not that happy with how we're playing, but we go on to game 13, lads. Alrighty, guys, we just finished game 13. 3-1 win on this one. Not a bad game we played there. I think we had control for most of the game there, so I was pretty comfortable and happy. 8 shots, 7 on target there. 64% possession as well, man. So, yeah, we managed to have most of the play, and I was pretty good with it. In terms of the ratings, man, Blanc actually with the man of the match there, getting a goal. So, we got Blanc with a goal, De Bruyne and Fati with a goal. Assists came from Blanc as well with an assist, and Benzema. By the way, the goal that Blanc scored was a penalty. So, yeah, he got a goal, but... you know, it wasn't really his deserved goal. Oh, yeah, in terms of the other guy's team, he had an all right team. Del P, St. Max, the foot birthday St. Max. I think that was the Tot Son. No, sorry, it was the 91 Son, I think. That special James card. Soy, Hierro, Zanetti. You know, nothing special, but a pretty solid team. Ansu Fati scored a goal, but once again, dudes, not impressed with him. He missed a really easy shot for me, as did Benzema early on in the game. Like, it probably could have been 3-0 within the first 30 minutes of the game. But those two missed, like, really, really easy chances. So, yeah, not too impressed with it. But here was the first goal, 21st minute, from Ansu Fati, the man who missed not long before that. Which, that wasn't too bad a shot to make it 1-0. Was this his miss? No, he missed before this. This was like another miss. So look at that. That was like a pretty sitter. Turn the player inside out and near post, put it wide. Then we got a penalty. It doesn't even show you how we got the penalty, but basically I was just doing a bit of turning in the box. I think it was Henry got taken down. Blanc stepped up, took the penalty. Then 48th minute, so 45th minute, 3 extra time. This guy slots one home with Son. And then in the 90th minute, just to put the game away, we get a nice little goal with De Bruyne. Nice little pass on. Good finish from De Bruyne there. So yeah, that was game 13 for us. The record is now 9-4. Like I said, man, I mean, we talked about it last game. I'm not that happy with how I'm playing this weekend. I think a lot of that has to do with maybe I'm not playing the best, but also I'm not really enjoying a couple of the players in my team. Mainly Ansu Fati and Benzema. But yeah, so anyways, we move on to, we move on to game 14. All right, guys, see you in a second. So we just finished game 14 for a 2-1 loss. I think this is going to be my last game for the day. That game kind of just tips me over the edge. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It was possibly the most undeserved loss, or I guess you could say the most undeserved win from this guy. Obviously, the stats don't really show much. He was just a possession guy, held possession, took a long time. So every time I lost the ball, I wouldn't get it back for a while. But I mean, the match highlights will probably show you all of it. So I score first in the 58th minute. It's a grind. This game's a grind. I score first with a good goal. Just find the space, good goal. And we managed to score first and break the deadlock, which was good. Because, I mean, it was a tight game. This guy's not a bad player. It was a tight game. So it's not this guy's fault. But it's just the goals that were scored were just the most EA AIDSy stuff ever. So it wasn't this guy's fault. I just want to say that now. I'm not blaming this guy. He didn't do anything wrong. He was like an all right player. But it was just crazy. So, yeah, we break the deadlock. This is I don't know what to describe this. This is a kickoff own goal. Like a kickoff goal, own goal. So, one, he kicks off and he just, in his first attack from kickoff. So, it's a kickoff goal, which is the first part of EA AIDS. The second part was just watch. We'll just show you it. So, basically, he passed it. He walks through my defense already, because as you guys know, with kickoff goals, they basically just walk through your defense, and your defense seems to not move. I managed to manually defend this and get in the way of his shot. Right? So I tackle him, ball rebounds back. All right. The ball goes straight back to him. I've got a defender here, but for some reason, obviously I'm manually defending with that guy. So for some reason, the AI doesn't bring my player to the ball. I mean, first things first, you would think when I manually defend here, the computer would then have my back there with Carvajal and get to that ball. But the computer just kind of backs off him. So that's the first also, once again, it's already a kickoff goal. That's the first thing already. The AI. So I'm still controlling Militao, the center back. I go in again here. He ball rolls and look at the angle. He shoots from that angle. Like, he's never scoring from that. But yeah, off my thing's leg. And as you can see, I'm kicking the ball away. As you can see, look, as my thing. So I notice that I'm controlling Militao. It hits him. I see it hit him. And I'm smashing box to, like, boot the ball away. And as you can see, I'm aiming in a different direction. But look what happens. It just bounces off his foot into the goal. So it's a kickoff goal where my defense doesn't defend. The computer then doesn't back up my manual tackle with thing. And they actually, look, the computer actually backs off him. Where I then push him to the byline. So I'm doing everything right here in my opinion. I push him to the byline where he's on an impossible angle. And then I see the ball defend, and I boot it away from the goals, and it goes in. Like, legitimately, nothing I could have done there. So, yeah. That's the first thing. That was his first goal to make it 1-0. And then 7 minutes later. So, like, this is the annoying part. I said to the chat, you know, we grind all game. It's a tough battle, right? We grind all game. This guy's a good player. We're grinding. We're going back and forth. He's holding possession a lot. I managed to break through and score within 10 minutes or 11 minutes of me scoring and breaking through. He scores 2 goals, which ends up being the winning score 2-1 within 11 minutes just from the worst goals. I mean, you just saw that one. And now this is the next one. Pretty much another, like, kickoff goal just about. Like, obviously not kickoff because I had the ball. I get the ball. I lose it from kickoff. And he just goes down straight down the other end. And this happens. So, I do the right thing here. I'm manually defending. I'm manually defending with Militao. So, I do the right thing here. He tries to trick me. I see it. I stop him. And I put the foot in for the tackle. So, I do the right thing here, right? Now, once again, the computer is my other CDM right there. The computer, you would assume, when I'm manually attacking, would come at that ball. But no, once again, the computer kind of sits off the player. And it just deflects straight back to his player, who then just first times it. Legit, just hits it once and then just first times it. Goal. Within 11 minutes, I'm down 2-1. Game over. So, yeah. And then not to mention, you know, I have a shot like this at the end. Near post with Mahrez, nobody on him. To, like, at least try and equalize. And he just hits it at the keeper. So, yeah. That's pretty much the game. 2-1 is the end score in that game, man. So, yeah, I think that game just kind of pushed me over the edge a bit. I don't know if we're going to be playing any more games today. But, yeah, that was game 14. And that took us to 9-5, which is a horrible record. I mean, we're only going to play to 14 wins anyway, so it's not a big deal. We'll get to 14 wins. At this rate, I'll probably end up being like, what, like 14-7 or 14-8 probably at this rate, but which is, yeah, not great. But yeah, I guess on to the next one, boys.